there are all types of issues that can go wrong with an AC unit, but what we're going to cover in today's video is one of the top reasons why AC units stop working. Thermostats a lot of times just go completely blank, and you're left with calling an AC company to come out to charge you anywhere from around $300, $500, and I've heard people say even more than that, just to make this simple fix that I'm telling you just about anybody can do. And the best news is, if you do this yourself, it can be anywhere from free all the way up to around 20 bucks or so. But not only am I going to show you how to fix this, I'm also going to show you how to prevent it from ever happening again. So let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, so I'm going to make this video as brief as I possibly can, but just the issue that we're going to be going over in this video, again, we're going to be dealing with the AC condensation line. So what ends up happening is the condensation line builds up with gunk, it builds up with algae, water backs up, fills the pan, and hopefully you have a float switch in there that when that float gets pushed up, the pan fills up so much, it cuts the power to your AC unit, to your thermostat, so it no longer will run, and therefore if it was to continue running, it would overflow and you'd have water damage, especially if it's up in your attic. But even if it's down on the ground, you can still get quite a bit of water damage from those things overflowing just continuously. All right, so for this first fix, all we're gonna need to have is a shop vac of some sort. If you don't already have a shop vac, I really recommend you get one because it can be used on all types of projects. But a shop vac is going to be the best way of doing this because not only can it pick up dirt and debris, but it's also able to suck up water. All we got to do is locate the condensation line on the outside of the home. You can take the end of your shop vac hose, put it on the end of your condensation line. Obviously, the shop vac hose is going to be wider in diameter than your condensation line is. So what I like to use, this is the free way of doing this, not the best way, but it will work in most instances, is then I'll take a rag and put it on top of that entrance to the shop vac line. This will help to seal the air from around it and really concentrate it on that condensation line. Once I've got a decent seal there between the two, I'll hold my hand on it. My hand's gonna help seal that gap a little bit more, and then I'll turn the shop vac on, and what this is gonna do is it's gonna suck any clogs out of your condensation line, clear it up at least temporarily so you can get your AC unit running again. This may last for many years, but it's not the absolute best way of fixing this, but oftentimes is the way that HVAC techs, when they come out, how they go about doing it. So that is quick fix number one, and it is just that easy as you saw. But quick fix number two, this is something you can purchase online. It's very inexpensive, and that is this tool right here. I love this thing. This thing works fantastic. And what this does is it takes the place of having to use that rag in your hand. So what you would do with this is you would take the green end of it, put it on the end of your shop vac hose. There's a couple of different sizes on it, so it should fit just about any shop vac hose that you have. And then you take the other end and it will perfectly fit around that PVC condensation line that is coming out of your home. So at that point you have a pretty airtight seal. So all of the force that's coming from that shop vac is really being completely concentrated on the tube of this tool and on your condensation line to further help just pull any clogs and debris out. So once those are hooked up, then all you gotta do, turn the shop vac on. I usually let it run for like 15, 20 seconds or so, or until I start seeing that clear plastic line, everything is cleared up, because that's what's great about that clear plastic right there. You're able to see that dirty water, the clogs going through it. But once you start seeing that it's cleared up, there's really no water going through it, you then know that your AC condensation line is now opened up and your AC unit is ready to run again. And the best part of this is, after you get done running it, then you can open that shop vac up, look inside, and you'll be able to see all the junk that was plugging that condensation line, and you'll be able to see why water was no longer able to get through it. And I would say 9 times out of 10, when you open that thing up and you see that there's quite a bit that was sucked out, for the most part, you should probably be able to know that that will fix your problem. But you'll know soon enough if you go to your thermostat, see if it's turned back on or not. And if it has, then you know that you were able to solve the problem for either free to almost no money at all. All right, so now that we've gotten through those two super quick and easy fixes, now let's get into the third fix that not only is going to really clean this thing out, but it's also something that can be used throughout the course of a year, and just hook up to it, clean it out then to prevent this from ever happening again. Super easy to do and very inexpensive. and that is this tool right here. All right, so as you can see up here in my attic, this is where my air handler is, and of course that's where your condensation line is going to attach to your unit. All right, so I want to locate somewhere on this line to install our new clean out device. So in my case, I've got over here a 90-degree elbow into the unit. This right here is so that you can pull this out and you can actually check inside and check your condensation line. It 90s around. I've got a clamp here with a block holding my condensation line up. So I need enough space in order to install this. So I'm going to install this right about in here. Now, some key things to think about before you start cutting your pipe and installing this is you want to have a little bit of a gap. If you've got, like, if you're putting it as close as you can to the 90 that's up here, you want to give at least about an inch from that joint there to then the device we're installing or any other connections that are up here. And we do want to try and get this as close as possible to the unit itself. That way, just in case the clog or the issue we're having is higher up, we just want to be as high up as possible for this to be able to do its job. So that's why I'm going to put it right here. As for me, that's going to be about the closest point. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut my insulation back so I can expose the condensation line underneath. Now, before I take this off and cut my condensation line, it would be advised to turn off your AC unit because you definitely don't want to make cuts in this condensation line. Your AC kicks on, especially during the summertime, and then you have water from the condensation coming out while your pipe is cut open. So just to be on the safe side, make sure to turn your unit off first. All right, so now I've got my condensation line exposed here. So now I want to figure out how much of this I need to cut out to fit this in. So I'm just going to have my 3 pieces. So there's this piece, there's a straight piece in the middle, and then this ball valve here. Have those connected, have them dry fitted, kind of just place it about where I want it to go. And then that's where I want to take a marker or something I can use to mark this out. So we want to kind of come in about 3/4 of an inch or so, about right in there. And then on this side, same thing, about right in there. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to be gluing this together, but you do not want to just measure out to your ends. Otherwise, you'll be trying to pull it together and you just won't have enough. So you got to make sure you got enough pipe to overlap inside of where you're inserting it. And so now at this point, I'm going to take my PVC cutters and I'm going to cut it at those lines all the way through and remove this section of PVC pipe. And as you can see, if you look down in there, you can see where the water has been running for all these years. It's got that nasty, rusty brown color, but this little section here is completely clear. So when doing this, always want to start out by putting just a little bit of primer on whatever it is that you're going to be gluing. And that gets the surface ready. Then I will take my glue, just put just a little bit covering all the way around the inside. Insert that first piece in, make sure it's nice and seated. Get my brush dirty, not paying attention. Then just take it a little bit more glue and put it in the second piece here. And then set that. Now I want these two to be lined up with each other. I want them on the same side and at the same height. So just like that. All right, so now that I've got this all glued up, now what I want to do is I need to glue it to my condensation line. This is super, super important when installing this to make sure you get the orientation correct. So we've got our large ball valve over here and then our hose connection over here. We need to have the large ball valve on the side that the air handler is feeding the water or condensation from, and the hose side on the side that's going out towards the exit outside. And the reason for this is because when we go to use our clean out, we need to be able to turn this ball valve to the off position so that water cannot flow up and then into the air handler. That would be a very bad thing to have happen, to have a bunch of water just feeding into the air handler. All right, so now I can just take some primer and I'll put it on this side over here and then some over on the other side as well. Then I also like to put a little bit in the ports where I'm connecting to. And of course, like always, I'll have links to this along with all the other tools. And of course, the condensation line clean out device. I will have links for all of it down in the description down below and a QR code up on the screen now so that you can click on those links down below or scan that QR code and check out all of this for yourself. All right, so now that I've got those two sides primed, then I'm just gonna take my glue. Again, doesn't take a ton of it, and I'm gonna do this side first because I have a little bit more play with this side over here to then get this actually installed and go ahead and put it on. I'll make sure it's on there nice and tight, and then I'll have it angled exactly the way that I want it. All right, so just like that. And so now I can take the other end, and again, just take a little bit of glue, go all the way around that pipe. And so now I'm gonna have to pull this out and away a little bit in order to get this to fit in there. So just like that, and then push it in. All right, so now I've let this sit for about 2 hours. So for the pressure I'm gonna put on it, it should be plenty of time for this to have cured out. So now we're ready to flush this out and do our test. So like I said earlier, the first thing that we wanna do when we're doing this is we wanna turn this ball valve to the off position. So we've got this turned off, so water cannot go back into my unit there. That would be very bad. So now we can take our hose and connect it to the hose hookup. All right, so now that this is hooked up, now what we can do, again, the water is off. I actually don't even have it connected yet. Now we can take this ball valve on the hookup and turn it to the on position. So it's at this point with that one closed and this one open, now I can go hook it up to my house and turn the water on. All right, now that my hose is hooked up, this is the condensation line out here on the outside of my house, right here next to my AC unit. But let's go ahead and start this test, and I'll go ahead and turn my faucet on now. So as you can see, we've got a bunch of water coming out now. It started out just slightly discolored, but again, I take care of my condensation line, so I knew it was already opened up. There was just a little bit of junk that came out, but had I had a plug, it would have forced it out with all of that water just like that. So for me personally, my water is completely clear now. I know that I don't have a plug, and I also know that it's pretty much cleaned out. So for me, I can go ahead and turn my water off now, but do not turn off the water until it gets to this place of where it's nice and clear and you have a nice flow coming out. All right, so now that the water's turned off, now I'm back up here in the attic, so now I can remove my hose. We want to make sure once the hose is removed, or even before, we want to turn this to the off position now. So as you can see, that is closed up, and we want to reopen this ball valve so that the water from the condensation and the air handler can now freely flow out like it should. All right, so one more very important step. Now that we've tested everything, we know it's not dripping, and we've got it all set up for the AC to run. We can't forget to put this insulation back on. So just make sure to keep the insulation, and then once that's in place, that's when I'm going to use some AC line tape. It's made specifically for AC units. This is going to do a great job holding this all together, and I'll just completely wrap around it the entire length of the insulation until I get to the insulation of the rest of the condensation line. All right, so my tape job isn't exactly the prettiest thing in the world, but it will do the job. So it's all together, the insulation's wrapped around it, but super easy to do. I highly recommend that all homeowners take a look at this device right here that I installed. Again, not only is it going to get rid of any plugs that you might have in your condensation line with all that water flowing through it, a plug is just not going to be able to stop that. On top of that, like I did today, since I didn't really have a plug, I was able to just run water through it, and if anything has started to build up, that little bit of water pressure from the hose is going to be able to clean out anything that has been able to start growing in there or collecting in there. And you know you're going to be good and never have a plug in your condensation line again. And like always, for your convenience, I will have links for this along with all of the tools and materials that you saw in this video. I'll have links for everything down in the description down below and a QR code up on the screen so that you can click those links or scan that QR code, and when you do, it will take you directly to everything you saw in this video so you can check it all out for yourself. Now, while we covered one of the top issues that can come up with an AC unit, one of the most expensive and one of the most easy to repair, there are some others you should be aware of that a lot of times you can handle yourself, and there's some information that you should probably know so that you don't find yourself on the receiving end of a scam or an extremely high service call bill. So I've done some videos in the past showing what those common issues are, how I go about repairing them, and the things that you should be looking out for. So if those would be of interest to you, all you have to do is click on one of these two videos right over here, whichever one interests you the most. When you click on it, it will take you directly to it. But I hope that you found value in this video, and if you did, if you could do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button right down below. And of course, if you have any questions or comments still, you can leave those down in the comment section. I'm Adam with How to Home, and I'll catch you in one of those next videos.